Right now, somewhere in your kitchen, there is almost certainly a housefly, and if you knew what it was carrying, you would not be so calm about it. Meet Musca domestica, the common housefly. About 6 to 7 millimeters long, grayish body, for dark stripes running down its back. Unremarkable at first glance, but those enormous reddish-brown compound eyes give it nearly 360-degree vision. That is why every attempt to swat one ends in failure. It sees the hand coming before you have even committed to the swing. Here is something that will ruin your next meal. Houseflies have no teeth and cannot bite or chew. So when one lands on your food, it does the only thing it can. It regurgitates digestive fluid onto the surface, waits for the food to partially dissolve, then drinks it back up. And while doing so, it deposits traces of whatever it landed on before. Up to 100 different pathogens.
Typhoid, cholera, dysentery, parasitic worm eggs, all delivered casually, without ceremony. Reproduction is equally relentless. A single female can produce up to 500 eggs in one batch, laid directly onto garbage, decaying food or feces. Those eggs hatch within 24 hours. A week to 10 days later, fully formed adults. In warm weather, a single fly can become hundreds within days. That lone fly buzzing around your kitchen is not a guest. It is a founder. That fly doing slow circles in the middle of your living room, the one that has been there for 20 minutes and shows no signs of leaving, is probably not a housefly at all. That is the lesser housefly, Phania canicularis. Slightly smaller, around 5 to 6 millimeters, with 3 faint stripes and a slimmer build. What makes this species particularly maddening is the behavior of the males. They hover, not randomly, always in the center of a room, always near a ceiling light, always just at the edge of your peripheral vision. This is territorial display. They are essentially performing for any female that might pass through, and they will keep going indefinitely. Once you have noticed it, it is almost impossible to focus on anything else. Their breeding sites are deeply unpleasant. Semi-liquid rot is the preferred medium. Decomposing vegetables, manure slurry, any organic matter that has turned to mush. The larvae are adapted accordingly. Flat-bodied, fringed with small fleshy projections, built for navigating liquid decay. They do not carry the same disease load as common houseflies, but the psychological toll is its own category of suffering. Females lay 40 to 50 eggs at a time, and development takes 3 to 4 weeks, so populations grow more slowly. It does not matter. One male doing loops in front of your television for an entire evening is plenty. Imagine waking up one morning in October to find thousands of flies inside your home, not around it. Inside it, in the walls, the attic, every sealed cavity they could locate. That is the clusterfly, genus Pollenia, and it is as unpleasant as it sounds. These flies are larger than most domestic species, 8 to 10 millimeters, with a distinctive golden fuzz that gives them an almost checkered appearance. During their larval stage, they are parasites of earthworms, which is strange enough on its own, but their overwintering behavior is what sets them apart entirely. When autumn arrives and temperatures begin to fall, clusterflies do not die off. They migrate indoors by the thousands, squeezing into wall voids, roof spaces, and any sheltered gap they can find. There, they go dormant. Then, on an unexpectedly mild day in the middle of winter, they begin to stir, crawling sluggishly across windows and walls in numbers that are deeply unsettling. Their life cycle is slow, 1 or 2 generations per year. Females lay eggs in soil during summer. The larvae seek out earthworms and develop inside their bodies. But the detail most people remember is the smell. Disturb a cluster of them, crush a few by accident, and they release a sweet, clinging odor that gets into everything and lingers. And the following autumn, they will be back. This is not a one-time event. That metallic flash of blue near your window is genuinely beautiful. Iridescent, jewel-like, almost impossible not to admire. The bluebottle fly, Calliphora species, is one of the most visually striking insects in any household. It is also a reliable sign that something nearby is dead or decaying. Bluebottles are large, 10 to 14 millimeters, and loud. That deep, droning buzz is unmistakable. They can detect the smell of a carcass from over a kilometer away, navigating toward it with remarkable precision. When a female locates a source, She can lay up to 2,000 eggs directly onto the decaying matter. Within a day, the larvae hatch. Within a few days, those maggots can reduce a small animal to bare bones. A process so predictable and time-sensitive that forensic scientists use bluebottle development stages to estimate time of death at crime scenes. In a domestic setting, their sudden appearance carries a specific message. Something has died, a mouse inside a wall, meat forgotten somewhere out of sight, organic matter decomposing in a hidden corner. The flies are not visiting randomly, they have found something. And while investigating, they are also walking across your countertops and landing on your food, transferring bacteria from whatever they just left. That beautiful blue shimmer is nature's warning label. If the blue bottle is striking, the green bottle is spectacular, a deep metallic green, almost emerald, catching light like polished copper. Lucilia species range from 8 to 12 millimeters and look, frankly, like something that belongs in a jewelry display rather than a compost bin. But appearances are profoundly misleading. Like their blue relatives, green bottles breed in carrion and decomposing matter. But they went further. Some species target living animals. This is called fly strike or meiosis, and it is among the more disturbing phenomena in the insect world. Females lay eggs directly onto living livestock, sheep in particular, targeting wounds, soiled wool, or any compromised area of skin. When the larvae hatch, they begin feeding on living tissue. They burrow inward, causing escalating damage, secondary infection, and if untreated, death. Farmers lose significant money to this every year. There is an ironic medical footnote. One green bottle species, Lucilia sericata, is used in controlled clinical settings, sterile maggots applied to chronic wounds to remove dead tissue without damaging healthy cells. Wild green bottles in your kitchen offer no such benefit. They breed in feces, garbage, and open wounds with equal enthusiasm, cycling from egg to adult in as little as 9 days. That green flash near your food means they have recently been somewhere you do not want to think about. 3 millimeters, that is all. 3 millimeters of insect, and yet the common fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster, is responsible for a level of domestic aggravation entirely disproportionate to its size. Tan or yellowish brown, with those oversized bright red eyes that give it a faintly extraterrestrial look, the fruit fly has one defining obsession: fermentation. Overripe fruit, vegetables beginning to turn, sink drains, empty wine glasses, damp mops, anything in the process of fermenting is a potential nursery. A single female produces around 500 eggs. A new generation emerges every 8 to 10 days. The numbers compound rapidly. What makes them particularly difficult to eliminate is that the eggs often arrive before you even notice the adults. Produce purchased at the market may already carry eggs when it enters your home. You did not leave a window open. You did not make an error. They were already there. They are not significant disease vectors in the way houseflies are, but they do carry bacteria. From drain to cutting board, from bin to fruit bowl. And no amount of visible cleaning resolves the problem once they are established, because the eggs cannot be seen. 3 millimeters of biological persistence. They look like tiny moths. Soft, fuzzy, slow-moving, almost endearing, until you consider where they are coming from. Drain flies, family Psychodidae, are 2 to 5 millimeters long, densely hairy, with wings that fold flat over their backs like a tent. They fly poorly. Short, awkward hops rather than sustained movement. But flying well is irrelevant when your entire life cycle takes place inside the biofilm lining your drains. That gelatinous coating inside pipes, sewage systems, and septic tanks, layers of bacteria, algae, and decomposing organic matter, is where drain fly larvae develop. They have specialized breathing structures that allow them to survive fully submerged in that environment, feeding on the microbial slime. Adults emerge and cluster on nearby bathroom walls and ceilings, rarely straying far from the breeding site. They do not bite, they are not major disease carriers. But their presence is a diagnostic signal. Persistent drain flies mean persistent moisture problems, organic buildup in your plumbing, or worse. They also carry sewage bacteria on their legs and deposit it on whatever clean surface they land on next. Their life cycle runs 10 to 15 days, and surface cleaning does nothing. The breeding happens deep inside the pipes, in the biofilm. Until that layer is removed, the flies will keep emerging. It looks exactly like a housefly. Same size, same coloring, same unhurried manner. You would walk past it without a second glance. That is precisely the problem. The stable fly, Stomoxys calcitrans, is a blood feeder. Both sexes require blood to survive, and they are equipped accordingly. Rigid, forward-pointing mouthparts designed to pierce skin and reach a blood vessel. Their preferred targets are the lower legs and ankles. The bite is sharp and burning, nothing like the mild irritation of a mosquito. There is no ambiguity. You will know immediately. They breed in decomposing vegetation mixed with animal waste, manure-soaked hay, urine-contaminated straw, piles of rotting grass clippings, even seaweed on beaches. Females produce 400 to 600 eggs over a lifetime. Development takes 12 to 25 days. In agricultural settings, the damage extends well beyond the bites themselves.
Stable flies are vectors for equine infectious anemia and various other livestock diseases. Cattle under persistent attack lose weight. Dairy cows produce less milk. The economic impact across farming industries is substantial. That ordinary-looking fly sitting calmly on your ankle is not ordinary. And in a moment, it is going to make that very clear.